Hey, BB40 back here, showing you how to get another Game Pass in Michael's Zombies on Roblox. And this one, I'll be going for the 15 round badge. And the way the 15 round badge works and how to get it is you have to survive 15 rounds in the game without turning on the power switch. And what that basically means is you're not going to be able to have any of the colas, no juggernog, no double tap, no quick revive, no speed reload, and no pack-a-punch. And what also happens is that when you get into the particular area where the mystery box is, where the power switch is, you're basically stuck there. You can't get out of that area, really. You can't even get to any of the colas if you wanted to, except for the speed cola, I think. So, or the quick revive also. Now there is a, now I'm just going to go through my usual routine as I come into the game. I'm knifing these guys here in the first round, kill them with my knife, just hit the letter V, as in Victor. Hit V and it just slashes out and kills them. Sends them flying in the first round. It just takes one slash to kill the zombies. And always grab me that Guru rifle that's hanging on the sidewall there. It helps get me through round 3 usually. This rifle right here, the Guru 43. So I like it better than the Car 98, which is the other rifle that's in here, because the Car only has 5 rounds in a chamber, whereas this one has 10. The Car is also a bolt action, where this guy is a semi-automatic. You just keep hitting the button and firing. So those are the advantages I like. The only advantage the Car has is it's stronger. The ammo on the Car usually just takes 1 shot to take down a zombie, 1 or 2 shots, whereas this thing takes 4 or 5 in round 2 here. And I always like going off to the right. I like going to the right because there's more room to run around. When you go to the left, the passages are smaller and narrower, and more likely that you'll have trouble killing the zombies on your way through on the left side. So that's why I like going to the right side here. Just because I have the room to run, and I like to run. I like to be able to run. But you always got to make sure you don't stand still too long without turning around and checking your back. Because these guys sneak up on your back quicker than you can say hello. I mean, they are there in an instant, it seems sometimes. I mean, even today I went down in round 3. It was round 5, I'm sorry. Because there was another player in the game, and I thought he was covering my back, and he ran off, and I didn't know it. And the zombies came up behind me and took me down really quick. So you gotta be careful. Always keep a lookout on your back side and know where the zombies are, where they're spawning, where they're coming in, and which angles they come after you. Now I usually also grab, just to be safe, I grab the Thompson off the wall because it's a much stronger gun. And again, we just went through round 3, and that's usually what the Guru is good for. I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but that's what you can call it, the Guru. Looks like the way it's spelled. I'm not much into guns, except for the ones in games, so I know this is the Thompson, and it's much stronger than the Guru. It'll get me through, actually, gosh, if you get it pack-a-punch, it's going to take you a little ways through the game, but it holds not a whole lot of ammo, and that's what I don't really like about it. You only get 20 in the chamber, with 200 in reserve, and you get the high rounds, it just gets weaker. So I usually end up trading this gun in for something out of the mystery box that's stronger. And in this game, this particular challenge, you just gotta hope and pray that you get either the ray gun, which is the best one that you could possibly get. You know, if you like to run, that is. If you like to train zombies like I do, the ray gun works great. Or one of the big machine guns like the MG42 or the LSAT. And there's also another big gun in there, which I can't think of the name of it offhand. But if you can get one of those big machine guns, it'll greatly increase your chances of completing this task to get this badge. Now this is the area. Once I jump down into here, there's no getting out. I'm pretty much trapped in this area. The only thing I can do to give me a little more running room is to open a door behind me. But I don't like opening that door because then zombies come from that side. And it makes it twice as difficult to complete this challenge. You can see how the zombies, all of them, I mean every single zombie, all they do is come in and jump off that wall and they come at you in a straight line. So all you have to do is what I'm doing right here, just line them up. And what's cool about this game, well not cool, but what makes it really helpful is that a lot of the bullets that you shoot go through the zombie in the front and hit the zombies in the back and weaken them. Now here's the LSAT, and this is what I used to get through this challenge. I had just enough ammo and enough strength to get me through. The other gun I think I end up getting is the AK-47. Or in this game I think they call it the AK-74. But now the tricky part with these hellhounds I noticed is you see the crosshairs in the front of the gun, a little bit to the left in the front. You got to make sure you get those crosshairs on these wolves or you will miss them and you will not be killing them. See, I got my crosshairs right in their face. So that one I was off of here, just to here, and I missed them. I mean, that was probably off an inch off his nose, and I couldn't kill him. But all these others I got right dead center on their nose, and I ended up taking them down pretty quick and easy. So that's what you got to remember for the hellhounds. It's very important to get that crosshair right in their face if you can when they're running straight at you. Now that big old bazooka thing, I've never tried it. I've seen other players use it. It seems kind of cool, but it's just not my thing. I like machine guns and the ray gun. I don't even like the Wunderwaffe that much. I've used it a couple times. I just don't like that it has limited ammo. And the thing I don't like about these big machine guns is they're only good for camping. You can't run with them. They're too slow. I always have to switch to a smaller rifle or the ray gun or something if I want to run and train the zombies, corral them up. Can't do it with a big machine gun. The zombies will be right on you, hitting your back and killing you. It's just not fast enough. You gotta have a small weapon to run with to stay ahead of the zombies. And when I actually did this is just a I made the I don't know what I was thinking. I thought I had saved the video I made where I got the badge, but I didn't, and somehow I lost the video, so I had to go back in here and do this again. When I first actually got the badge, I had the ray gun, and I did a lot of zombie training. I was really hoping to show that video, but I lost it, unfortunately. And when I came back in here, I couldn't get the ray gun. All I got was the LSAT and the AK-47, and then the box flew away, and there was no chance of getting in the mystery box again. So here's my AK. So I got the AK-47. And I'm going to keep trying to see if I can get lucky enough to get the ray gun. And unfortunately, the little kitty cat came up, and that was my last chance of getting the ray gun. So I had to go through this with machine guns, and I managed to do it for the second time. I tried this before with a couple of smaller machine guns. I couldn't get a good large machine gun, and I just couldn't. I went down to round 14 and just couldn't quite make it. I had to run back because I was running out of ammo on the small machine guns. I had to go back and get the Stig 44 off the wall. And even with that, it just wasn't enough ammo, enough strength to take the zombies down. So again, you're in this challenge without turning on the power. That means no colas, no pack-a-punch. So you're pretty much stuck with whatever guns you could pull out of the mystery box if you can get them in time. And usually you get about, oh gosh, I'd say I had maybe 8 or 10 tries, and that was it, and then it flies off. That's very typical. Every time I've tried this challenge, I think I've tried it about 6, 7 times before I finally did it. And every time I got to the box and kept going in the box, it only would spin about 7 or 8 times and then fly off. 10 at the most. And if you don't have a good gun, if you don't have the ray gun or a big machine gun, then you have a very difficult time making this work, completing this challenge. So, I don't have any other tips. I kept switching between the two guns. These grenades are they're so worthless. If you watch my video on the lighthouse, I threw one of those grenades at the zombies and it just bounced off them. It didn't even phase them. Those grenades just have no power at all. Now another interesting thing I did, and I might do a video on it, is I papped the starter pistol. The M1911 gun that you start off with, it's the free gun that you start off with. If you pack-a-punch it, it gets explosive rounds, which is typical in a lot of games. It happens in Zombie Recoil. You pap it and the rounds become explosive rounds. I think it might be the same thing in MMC Zombies. And it is, gosh, if I remember right, Zombie Uprising, same thing. The M1911 pistol that you start off with will also, if you pap it up, have explosive rounds. I guess that's just the design of that particular pistol. But the problem with it, though, that I found, at least I had trouble with it, in that it would kill me. It kept, if I fired it too close, and too close being like, you see that red switch on the right over there? For me to that switch, if I wasn't that far away or more, it would damage me. So I was hoping to be able to use it for my zombie roundup, my training, zombie training, but you just can't use it because it, you can't really get the zombies. You can't get far enough away from the zombies when you turn and shoot to where you'd be safe. With the ray gun, it's okay. But with the pistol, if you're too close, it damages you. It drains your health quite a bit. And I had it happen, I just fired too close and it drained my health, and all it took was one hit from the zombie to take me down, even though I had the juggernaut. So you gotta be careful if you ever pap up that pistol and try to use it in the game. Use the explosive rounds. They could end up killing you if you're not careful. And also, if you do use it, if you do like it, and I guess you probably know that you can reload it in the game here. It's on a wall. I shouldn't say it's on a wall, it's on a ceiling. If you know where the juggernaut is, just straight across from the juggernaut, there's a little room. And if you go in that room and look up, you'll see the pistol hanging there on the ceiling. So you can go there and reload it if you ever run out of ammo. So now we're up to getting into round 12. And make sure my guns are all reloaded for each round. You gotta make sure you do that between each round. Reload your guns. And there's the power switch right there. It's right behind this big generator unit here. I just gotta wait until I get through round 15 into round 16, and then I flip the switch. And I'm not sure if you have to actually survive all the way through round 15 into round 16. Because I noticed I did a challenge like that in Survive and Kill the Killers in Area 51. There was I think a challenge where you have to go 5 rounds before you open any door. And what you have to do in that one is you only have to make it to round 5, not survive through round 5. You have to make it to round 5 and let the zombies take you down, and then you get the badge, which is kind of silly. But that's the way it worked in that game. So this game, I don't know for sure. Maybe someone could tell me in the comments if it's required to go all the way through into round 16, or if you could just flip the switch while you're in round 15. But I went to 16 just to be safe when I did this before and I got my badge. And this time I'm just redoing this so you can see a video on an option to make this work. And as I was saying before, the zombies, you see, they just all come the same path. They follow that same path right off the ceiling of that building on the left there. They jump over there and come at you in a straight line. So all you have to do is find a position like this with a big machine gun or a ray gun and just shoot them in line. And a lot of the bullets that you shoot at the first one go through the first one and hit the second one. So I need to switch to my big machine gun because there's just too many zombies coming. The little machine gun can't quite keep up with the demand here. So pretty much if you want this to be, I'm surprised, if you go back to the beginning and look at the picture of the different badges, that this one, besides meeting the developers in the game, which is, probably, you have to be extremely lucky if you ever join them in the game. because I don't know if they ever play at all. But this is the most difficult badge according to the numbers. Fewer people have this badge than any other badge in the game. And I don't understand why, because it's really not too difficult. If you get yourself a big machine gun or a ray gun, either one, you can just do what I'm doing right here. You just stand here, you just wait for the zombies to come off that roof, and you just shoot them. The same with the wolves. Like I said, now keep those crosshairs right in their nose, right in their face. If crosshairs shift at all, you'll miss them. So you gotta concentrate on those crosshairs, not the tip of your barrel. Don't use the tip of the barrel to aim and shoot. Use the crosshairs. Very important in all these zombie shooting games. So now I'm in round 15. I'm just going to go through round 15 before I flip the switch, just to be safe. And I recommend you do that too, since I don't know the answer. If you can flip it in round 15, or if you have to go to round 16 and then flip the switch. I really don't know which one you have to do to get it. Yes, Chris Michael. It's a cool game though. I like this game. It's fun to play if you like shooting zombies and running around in a zombie horde. And watch my video on training zombies. It's very, very helpful. It'll help you to really survive in this game. And the primary weapon you need for training is the ray gun. You got to get your hands on the ray gun. You can do it with these machine guns if you're a talented player. You have to have a light weapon, and it's one of these heavy weapons. And what you'd have to do is run around with the light weapon so you can run fast. Then switch really quick to the heavy weapon here, and then shoot all the zombies in the cluster in a bunch. Take them all down at once. So that was it. I'm going to wait till it actually says, you see the bottom left, it says 15. I'm going to wait till it actually says 16 and then flip the switch. And that's what I recommend you do. Just wait. As soon as you get into 16, so now I'm in 16. And that's when you need to just flip the switch and you should have the badge. This is where the badge would pop up, which I already got, so it didn't pop up in this particular case. But anyway, I appreciate you watching, and I hope this helps you guys out in trying to get this badge. It's, according to the numbers, it's the least common badge. It's the hardest one to get, although I think the lighthouse badge is much more difficult. I found it much more difficult than this one. So anyway, good luck playing the game, and maybe I'll see you out there, and catch me in my next video. I think what I'm going to try to do, the last badge I don't have is papping 5 weapons, and I'm going to try to do that next. Alright, thanks again for watching. I appreciate it, and catch me in the next one. Bye.